of time. The drama also, is special, it's blessed, it's a special time. So, you can't even say that, oh yeah, it's on the drama, because at this point of time it's the conference age, no? So even, nobody can give any reason that, I came late, I'm living with the family, there's an illness in the body, my age, I'm so old, you know, I've not studied enough, like these are the typical things that one would say that, I couldn't do so much, I couldn't take so much because of this reason. Baba says, no, that is not. That is not a reason, it's just an excuse. Everybody, whoever they are, however they are still entitled to this fortune. And the number wise only come, according to me, is the capacity of the soul. So the capacity of the soul can only take that much. Okay, and there is a reason for that. The reason for that is that depends on how much I have to distribute. So I take that much that, I'll be able then to give, you know. So, and also Baba mentioned about we don't even have to stand, like when you're going to take something, usually there's a big queue, no? So here he says that no, you can come directly. This is a story, and everything happens in this level in a second. So you can take as much. You don't have to even have big bags to carry those fortune. This fortune is like instantly and can be taken as much as one wants. But it all depends on, I think, the soul capacity on how much it can actually take. Baba doesn't limit anything because he's unlimited. So, and then, Baba mentions about the key, at the end, and he says that, the word Baba is the one that can open this loka. And, and then Baba mentions about, how to turn the lock. Are we pointing towards, our fortune, or are we turning the other way and looking at other people? This is part of, again, excuses. um, when we start comparing ourselves with other people, when we start with competing with other people, we forget that the only thing that can create change is when I change. Okay, so when I realize that, then I will be able to use the key in the right way. Often in the world, for me to get more, I have to compete and compare with others, or at least people think like that. But in reality, Baba says that no, that is turning the key in the opposite way. We have to turn the key in the right way. Then Baba says that you have to use the key, but the key has two parts in it. There is what they call the double lock, and Baba mentions about the lockers in the bank. And the lockers in the bank have two keys, one with the bankers and one with the person that is the owner. And you have to use both the keys. And Baba says that these keys are Baba and the self, I, the soul, and Baba. So so that's the a little bit of a background of where we left yesterday. And I'll start from here and continue. But I would like you to think about this as I'm reading. Obviously, at the beginning of the Murli, or at some point, Baba used the word Bap Dada. So, who do you think is speaking this Murli? So, just if you can just see if you can play with this idea of who's talking here, you know, because when Bap speaks, Dada listens, and when Dada speaks, Bap is silence. And the this is one aspect that I would like you to keep in mind. The second aspect is how Baba can create such a kind of murli. What I mean by that is that Baba uses several methods to teach. Baba is, I think, when we say Baba is the father, the teacher, and the Satguru, you can see that how creative Baba is in um, uh, transferring this knowledge to us, And when Baba brings these ideas, sometimes I really am baffled in how Baba can come up with all this idea. In fact, the thought that came to me was, is it Shiv Baba who's coming up with these ideas, or is it Brahma Baba who's actually coming up with these ideas and expanding on it? Obviously, whoever is talking, Baba says that I'm responsible. So yeah, if you can just pay a little bit of attention as I'm speaking on these two aspects. One aspect is um, uh, who is speaking and what is the process of this Murli coming. When the Murli is being read, the creative process behind that Murli. Like this today, there is this creative process of bringing this example of Baba is the key and there is a locker, and in this locker there are two keys that has to go for the locker to open, and the aspect that you have to know how to. It's not only about you putting the key, but it's an aspect of knowing how to turn the key in the right way, in the right direction, and actually take what you need. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday Baba also said that actually there's nothing locked, it's all open. so, so I would like you to think about this when you are listening to what we're going to read today. So I'll start from this point here where Baba says that, he's already discussed about the two keys. And so, people in the world, I think I'm in the right place. Yeah. In the world outside, keep their valuables locked away in lockers or safes. In order to open them, you need to use double keys, or you have to turn the same key twice. So if you don't use this method, you can't gain access to your treasures. For the lockers in the bank, you would have seen that you are provided with one key and the bank keeps another key. Therefore, there are double keys. So, therefore, there are double keys. If you were to try and open the locker with just your key, you would not be able to. Here, too, you need the key of remembrance of the self and of the Father. So you need the key of the remembrance of the self and of the Father. So basically, in one word, this key is a key of awareness. Some of you children are very intoxicated with yourselves. You say that you know everything, that you are able to do whatever you want and can inspire others to do what you want, that the Father has made you into a master. With this wrong kind of intoxication of the consciousness of I, you forget your relationship with the Father and consider yourself to be everything. You try to open the treasure store with just one key. You want to experience all treasures, but you cannot gain access to the treasure without the Father's cooperation and company. Therefore, you need a double key. Instead of belonging to Bapdada, instead of the two fathers, some of you children try to use a method of belonging to just the one father. In order to become the master of treasures, by trying this method, you deprive yourself of all attainment. You think I have a direct connection with the incorporeal. The corporeal one also attained everything from the incorporeal, and so I can do the same. What need is there for the corporeal one? However, such a key becomes a damaged key, and you are therefore unsuccessful. So it's very beautiful now, turning in the right direction, using two keys. And Baba says that make sure the key is not damaged. Like I don't know nowadays, but in earlier time, keys was now they have keyless entries also. But in those times, you would have drama, you would have a key, the right key, but you still wouldn't be able to open. So that's why thieves were very clever. Without the key, they would open, but you sometimes even if you have the key and you're not able to open. So if your key is damaged, you'll be unsuccessful. The amusing thing is that you call yourself Brahma Kumars and Kumaris and yet only have a connection with the Father Shiva. You would call yourself Shiv Kumar and Kumaris. Why do you call yourself Brahma Kumars and Kumaris? Your surname is the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris who belong to the clan of Shiva. And so you have a relationship with both the fathers. Secondly, Father Shiva revealed himself through Father Brahma. Through Brahma, he adopted Brahmins. He didn't do it on his own. Mother Brahma gave you the introduction of Father Shiva. Mother Brahma gave you sustenance and made you worthy of the Father's inheritance. Okay, that's the second reason that it's Father Brahma and Father Shiva. Second, uh, Shiv Kumars. We are Brahma Kumars, and through Brahma is an inheritance given. We are adopted. And the third reason is when you experience your reward of your fortune of the kingdom, with whom will you come down? So, when you come down in the golden age, with whom would you come down? The incorporeal one will have become the resident of the incorporeal world. You will experience the reward of the physical fortune of the kingdom with Sakar Brahma. In playing your hero part in the physical form, do you have a relationship with Father Brahma or the incorporeal one? So, how could you become the masters of treasure of all fortune without the incorporeal one? Oh, sorry, without the corporeal one, meaning Brahma? Therefore, don't use a damaged key. The bestower of fortune distributes fortune through Brahma. You cannot create your fortune without becoming Brahma Kumar or Kumari. In memory of you, it is sung, you were sleeping when Brahma distributed the fortune. When you lost, were you lost in sleep or were you just lost? So do not use the wrong key, use the double key. There is the double Father, and it is double in terms of you and the Father. There is the double Father, and it is double in terms of you and the Father. Okay, so you get that? There are three there now. By using this easy method and always having the treasure of fortune, you can become multi-million times fortunate. Find a solution to the cause of the problem and you will become complete. Do you understand? Acha. To those constantly elevated, fortunate children of the bestower of fortune, to those who have easily made the bestower of fortune belong to them, to those who constantly play with all the treasures of fortune, to those who don't just say Baba, Baba, but who, to those who don't just say Baba, Baba, but who have made Baba belong to them and thereby attain all treasure, to such children who have all rights, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So we'll pause here. Let's take a moment and be in silence. Om Shanti. So there you are. Now we'll hear your thoughts, and then maybe we can have a summing up of what we actually started in the beginning regarding the two awareness that I asked you also. So maybe you can share, anything that touched you. And you can just unmute and speak if you like, or if you like to just put in the chat box. I can read later, but let's first take the those who would like to share on voice first.
Om Shanti, good morning.
Om
Arif bhai.
Shanti.
Good morning, Arif bhai.
Good morning.
There are three keys, if I'm not wrong. I mean, Baba, Baba started initially with the double key, but I
Yes.
think that the second and the third key are merged because Bab Dada are always combined. So we can take that as a double key also. And first key is the self soul awareness that I'm a soul, I'm an elevated soul, Ashariri Atma. I'm an incorporeal soul. And I
Yeah.
mean, first, I'm a soul, I'm an elevated soul playing the part. And second is, I am an incorporeal soul. What kind of soul I am? I am child of the Supreme Soul. That's the second key. And that second key is very merged with the third key, which is the I am a BK. I am a top knot Brahmin, top knot BK, which Baba says BK is a top knot Brahmin soul, which is putting into action
Mm.
uh, the reflection of my
Mm.
unlimited into action, putting
Mm.
into action in
Yeah.
not only confluence age but also the uh, Satyuga, which is very very near. Baba says it's like aaj or kal ka baat, huh? Today or tomorrow. Just tomorrow morning I'm going to be. Today I was in Kalyuga, not today I am in actually today morning. It's very clear. It's very near. So
Yeah.
three keys and in fact two keys we can say third, second and third on March. This was reflection and very intoxicating Murli.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
is very intoxicating Murli. Om Shan.
Yes, yes, very true. And yes, lovely the way you put it, in terms of our evolvement into that stage of awareness. Baba comes and teaches us, we become aware, and then we connect and purification happens. But then we have to come and play the role also. So all the three elements of the three parts of the key, I would say yes, three parts, because Baba then splits it up. He starts with this idea that me and Baba, but then he says that in Baba there is Dada also. So,
Yeah.
yeah, beautiful, yeah.
And if you don't apply the second key, there is a ego conscious. There is a there is a or you can say there is a risk
Exactly.
of being a uh,
Yes.
I only am the doer, but I
Yeah.
actually not doing anything. That's the second key, which was very more important than. But then Baba, for the sake of children,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. He
so
actually starts with suggesting about you and Baba and said that, look,
yeah,
don't think that it's you and you forget Baba. And
yeah,
then he says that, okay, maybe you remember Baba, but don't forget Dada also.
yes. And the Arifai first key we already had. I mean, had during the 63 births also. We knew indirectly that through the scriptures that okay, I am a soul and
Yeah.
okay, and that we used to know that Lord Krishna was telling us that we are the soul through the scriptures, but then that key was of no use
Yeah.
until Bab Dada came and gave me this awareness that in what sense I am a soul and what kind of soul I am and what is my relationship with the Supreme,
Yeah.
Unlimited Powerhouse.
Yes. Thank you. Anyone else? Other thoughts? This is such a lovely Murli. I'm sure there is so much. Baba's uniqueness is that doesn't complicate things. so, so that's the beauty that I see in.
Making complicated things simple is what we learn from Baba.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Shanti Baba.
Anyone? Yes, I'm Shanti.
Actually, even I used to think when I first listened to the word Bap Dada, and Baba mentions even in the Murlis, no outsider is going to understand the concept of Bap Dada.
Yeah.
Because see, if Bap means father, Now, why the word Dada was used? Because we call both, Baba's mentioning both are the fathers. One is the incorporeal father, other is a corporeal father. But why is Dada used? Why? Otherwise, then I have to say Bap Bap. It cannot be there. Now, Dada, if you see, generally it's believed as Brahma Baba was more long period in Calcutta. In Bengali language, actually, Dada means elder brother. So, other than the father of humanity, if you see, he is the eldest brother among all the brothers. If all of us are brothers, then the eldest one, the first one of that is Brahma Baba. So to give him that respect, being the eldest, he is called as Dada. So it became Bap, which means Shiv Baba, Dada, which means Brahma Baba. That's what I was going to understand when I learned about the Bab Dada. Otherwise, that is only in Padramani. But there are also in the Murli, there's sometimes a difference is made. In English, it's easier to understand because it's capital B or capital H or a small h. So he said, or small f also is used for Father Brahma, and big F is used for Father Shiva. So in English, very easily it is understood. And when they're having a heart-to-heart conversation, there even, it's a little tricky where you have to understand who's speaking for whom. When somebody speaks more for the children, definitely it has to be Brahma. Brahma only is the one. So that way is how I take the meaning of Brahma Baba. But in this paragraph, if you say it's all capital only, it looks like more like Shiv Baba. But again, see, there cannot be Dada without Bap. There cannot be Bap without Dada. Bap needs Dada, Dada's body. And Dada cannot say anything without Bap. Both have to come together. Bap Dada. That's so wonderful. And when before Dadi Gulzar, there wasn't much. Now we see in Dadi Gulzar, sometimes they say it's no, her soul sleeps. So it's a very wonderful thing to understand in the Murli. And as Baba says, only the children can do it. This is what is the meaning I wanted to share about your thing on Baba.
Yes, very lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to share something?
I think Usha Ben has given some message in the chat box that she needs some clarification. So maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Baba says no lock of treasures. And then about using the key, need some clarification on this. Okay. So I mentioned this actually when I was reading that initially Baba said that everything is open, just come and take. So there is no literally any, like lock to take this. It's just an awareness. Yeah. So the treasure store is open. Baba's treasure store is open. But when Baba comes to the method, then Baba uses this analogy that, there is a key, and just to explain that part, that um, in order for you to access that, okay, it's open, you just have to take. But in order for you to be able to take, number one, stop comparing and competing with other people, because then you'll be turning the key in the wrong way. Second thing is that you have to be able to apply that key. You can't just say that I have the key, but you have to actually be able to put that key and use that key. Third thing is that it's not only one key, it's not only two keys, it's actually three keys that you'll be able to, which very nicely brother explained about the three awarenesses and the practical side of it. And fourth reason is that, Baba said that make sure that it's not damaged. So it's not damaged, you're turning in the right direction, you're using both the key, and then eventually. So what Baba is saying in this whole thing is basically, he gives us some tips. So that's what it means, that literally you just have to bring up the awareness, and the treasure is yours. And I added the point that, the capacity of the soul determines how much it can take, and the capacity is based on how much part that soul is going to play in the drama. So I hope that clarifies. Anyone else would like to share?
Arif Bhai, if you're saying about the key over there, why should, if suppose treasures are all open, there is no padlock, why does the concept of key even Baba has to give if it's locked? So maybe it is open, but it's not available, it's not accessible. It's not, see, maybe it's like a transparent, it's in a showcase or something like that. Because then why should Baba say oneness? He's saying the magic word is Baba, the key. And then he's saying the right method of using the key, and then the wrong method of using the key, and then about the double key. So when so much Baba mentions for the key, and when in Sakar Murli he has mentioned, so this word, as the sisters rightly asked, is how can Baba say it's open? It may be open, but it's not accessible. I don't
That's
think
right.
it's accessible with that.
That's why
That's what I take from the Murli.
That's why I asked you the question. Become aware when you are reading who's saying what. So the first sentence was said by Shiv Baba. The second part of the key, according to, again, maybe I'm totally wrong. The second part is Brahma Baba's experience. Baba doesn't go to banks and checks, there is lockers there. But Brahma Baba, being a jeweler, has an experience of going to banks. You can see that, like from that, Murli. That's why I asked that question, to clarify this point only, that there are two of them. Baba said, like, come on, I'm here, just take. And then Brahma Baba says, no, no, let me just tell them in their language. So, yeah. But yeah, maybe if you have any other thoughts, you can also contribute.
Yeah, maybe to go to the bank, like going to Paramdam, even that I have to go drive in, like you have to drive to the bank. I have to reach out over there to Paramdam, and then my Brahma will be waiting over there. Okay, you have reached Paramdam, fine. So maybe it's a method, then that wrong key, right key and all. But I still feel we cannot say it's fully open and all. I agree with you with who's saying that also has to be taken. But the treasures may be open, but access, I think, is something different. Baba has to be the key.
Yeah,
So
so
instead of using Baba is the key, that who is saying, as you rightly said, that we have to think who's saying the key is Baba, whether it's Brahma saying or whether it's Shiva saying.
also,
Who's giving us the magic password?
yeah, also that in this context, uh, when Baba says that this is an effortless process, you don't have to work hard, you don't have to stand in the queue, you don't have to have any excuses of not having, access to it. So that aspect is more Shiv Baba, and Shiv Baba says, everything happens in a second. But then Brahma understands the human character and understands the drama. So then Brahma would say that, oh, you have to make effort. So this game is always there with Baba and Shiv Baba, and Brahma will always, give us an understanding from the human aspect of it, and Shiv Baba would say, "Oh, it's just a second, just take it." The moment the soul wakes up, Brahma, brothers, Shiv Baba is always there. There is no need for anything else. The moment the soul wakes up, the clarity is there. When Baba said that when souls think that they can do everything, this is not the soul waking up. This is the ego waking up. So in that aspect, then there is no key, there is no me, there is no him. We are all together.
And one
Okay.
thing
Yes, please.
is the absolute, as you just beautifully brought out, that when in the absolute soul consciousness stage, then and in combined stage with Bab Dada,
Hmm.
actually all keys merge and there's no key actually, and treasure
There
trove
is-
is open. And you know,
I mean,
I-
incorporeal soul,
yeah,
invisible soul, knowing itself. Tell me, where is the separation?
correct,
You can't. You can't. Separation is a concept of the physical world.
correct, and that,
There everything is one.
yes. And one more reflection was coming out when this beautiful churning was going on within the family. That the first key is obviously the soul consciousness stage, and the second key is required because the other treasure stores are open. But then, what is my capacity?
Hmm.
What's kind of vessel I have brought? The
Hmm.
vessel, the urn, is the
Hmm.
intellect,
Yeah.
and the intellect. How what kind of intellect I am now at the bank with, and this intellect has to be purely very pure, clean, and clear, and broad, and very sharp also, yet broad and far-sighted, and
Hmm.
uh, Paras Buddhi Baba says. I
Yeah.
mean, that intellect has to be absolutely capable,
Yeah.
with
Yeah. Yeah.
unlimited dimension. Then that treasure store. So that key is also required. Second key.
Hmm. 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 Yeah,
The
this
second key is
aspect of
required
the
in my
vessel is
capacity.
very important. Yeah, the quality. Said no, the milk of a lioness will not stay in just any. And you
Yeah,
need a
yeah,
golden vessel. Yeah.
yeah.
So that
Like for
aspect
example,
also.
if we give an example, okay, I want to get some water.
Yeah.
I need to take on the ocean. Then I should have the vessel to contain that ocean.
Be able to. Yeah.
I cannot bring one bucket and say, okay, I am carrying the ocean. Okay. So
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
capacity to take on that unlimitedness,
Yeah.
experience that unlimitedness, and putting into action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arif Bhai, you were mentioning, about even though Shiv Baba says everything is open, Brahma wants to put in a little break, a little effort. I remember somewhere we read in one of the Murlis, I'm not sure where, if I just say, I am a Brahma Kumar or a Brahma Kumari, that is the great mantra for the key of all treasures. So
Hmm.
everyone is God doesn't have an access. So your Brahma becomes an important. That's why
Hmm.
Baba says just ek baap se kuch nahi chalega. If you say for me Shiv Baba alone is enough, Brahma is not going to sit down like that listening to all that stuff.
Hmm.
So I think that is why he's trying to also come in and say no, no, no. Only if you are Brahma Kumar or Kumari, and also that mantra also was.
So
That's why,
why?
as you
Hmm.
rightly said that Brahma also wants to play a little over there to say, no, no
Yeah.
giving the key like that.
Yeah.
I think that also plays there.
Yeah. So actually, he says in the Murli, he says that, look, there is one person who actually has traveled this journey, and that is Brahma Baba. So in that one, there is the answer that yes, everything is clear, but it took a process, and that process was first discovered by, like when people say that somebody discovered something, actually that person doesn't discover anything. It just brings it to the awareness of other people. Everything was there. So the same way, Brahma Baba is he did this research first. He's the one who did that, and then he says that, look, I know the road and the places where you can get lost. If you follow this, it will be easy for you. And the moment when you find the place, then there is no question of going anywhere. So, I think with that we've come to the time up, right? Almost, yeah. So we'll stop here and then we'll continue with Bab Dada meeting the different groups tomorrow. And again, that's also going to be very exciting and interesting, and looking forward for tomorrow. We'll just have 1 minute of silence before we break. Om Shanti. Have a great day, and remember your keys. Take your keys with you. Don't forget them. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Arif Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.